Hello, Buffalo families. Mr. Morris here. This is probably one of the last times I'm going to get to check in with you over the summer because we are getting so close to the start of the school year. But I did want to check in with you at least one more time. I might check in again. But to talk to you about some of the amazing facilities work that's happened here at school over the summer. This was something that my esteemed colleague, Dr. Jeremy Booker, the principal at Blades Elementary, he extended this challenge to all the Melville Elementary School principals, and the challenge finally worked its way down to me. I was challenged by my colleague over at Mosaic Elementary, Dr. Clark. So afterwards, I will extend the challenge to somebody else. So I'm going to walk you around the building and just kind of show you some of the great things that our custodial crew and our facilities crews have been working throughout the summer. So follow me and we'll go take a look. So Buffalo, I am just going to kind of walk the building and show you a lot of the work that's been done. You'll have to forgive the darkness, but since not a lot of people are here, we try to keep the lights off and be energy efficient while we wait for everybody to come back. As we've been walking the hall, you can see we've got a lot of teachers that are starting to come back. We've had a lot of deliveries over the summer, so that's why you see a lot of the boxes that are outside classrooms. Custodians are charged with making sure all those deliveries get to the gym, where our amazing secretaries work to get those deliveries out to the classroom teachers. So a lot of work here in the hallways. You can see the floor looks fantastic. So I dropped into our counselor's office. It's a little messy right now, but as you can see, those of you that visited the counselor last year, you can see a lot of the same things that were in the counselor's office last year. However, this is actually a different room. So our counselors were just down the hall last year, but we had to move some teachers around just because we're going from 5 first grade classes to 5 second grade classes, and we wanted those classes to be together, so we moved some folks around. And our custodians, they're in charge of doing all of that work as well. So when Mr. Perkins and Mr. Tebow come back, they're going to put the rest of this room together, and you probably won't even be able to tell that just last year this very same room was just a few doors down. So we are very appreciative of our custodians for all the work they do to move a teacher's stuff when we have to assign them to a different classroom. We're going to make a stop off here in the cafeteria. As you can see, we've got all these cafeteria tables folded up and kind of pushed off to the side. And part of the reason for that is because it makes the cafeteria real open and creates a real large usable space. And what the custodians did over the summer with this space is all of those rugs that are in teacher classrooms, they brought all those rugs down here, they laid them out, and then they took a carpet shampooer and cleaned all of those rugs up. We know a lot of our classrooms, they sit on those rugs during class meetings and during instructional time, so our custodians are just doing everything they can to make sure that that is safe and clean for all of our Buffalo. All right, and I'm going to take one last stop. We're actually in Nurse Odie's office right now. She's actually in here right now getting unpacked. I'll show you her for a quick second. But the reason I'm here is because if you look above here at the ceiling, you can see we're missing some ceiling tiles. And part of the reason we are missing those ceiling tiles is because over the summer we sprung kind of a leak up on the roof. When I say leak, I use that term loosely. It was more like a waterfall. And buckets of water were pouring in through the roof. But thanks to our awesome facilities crew, we managed to get that all cleaned up, and we are just about ready to go. So that concludes your little tour of Beer Bomb. As you can see, we are getting very close, and we are just about ready to have the rest of the herd back in the building. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to get back to my office. I got some things I need to take care of in preparation for everybody's return. So that concludes my portion of the Facilities Challenge. I would now like to extend that challenge to my very good friend, Dr. Patrick Kenoy, the head principal at Rogers Elementary. Have a great rest of your summer, Buffalo. We cannot wait to see you back here in just a matter of days now.